Sup, homies, and welcome to episode 5? Yeah, episode 5 of my Muddy Career playthrough. Last episode, we finally unlocked solar panels. My god, did we need those. Now we can finally do some decent missions. So, I believe we're going straight into... Let me double check this. Yes, we're going straight onto the lunar missions again. We're going to skip Soyuz and come back to it later. Now this is only asking for us to do an orbit, but I'm going to try and build it so we do a return from orbit as well, which will give us more science than transmitting it. And plus we'll complete these two goals, which will be nice. So, let's redesign our lunar craft. Now we have some new pieces. Soyuz, okay, let's open... Luna 1. Okay, let's make some changes straight off the bat. We're going to keep this rocket because it seems to be okay. I'll put that over there, so we might be able to keep that as well. We're going to ditch this because we found out it was redundant. Although saying that, you know it's going to fail now, don't you? And the rest, I think, yeah, I think we can throw all of this away and start from scratch for our payload, because we've got a better probe core now. This one, tiny little thing it is. This one actually has SAS control, which means it can stay still, unlike the last one, which is we shall not speak of again. So we want this up here. Going to be the basis of our probe. Now, because it's going to be a return mission, we want something to put it in. So if I put that in there, that is going to be where we gather our science from. Yes, you understand. We did this before. Yes, you remember? Good. I don't have to explain that again. Now heat shield, because this is going to be coming back down. We can have a little one. Oh, actually, you know what? Yeah, I think we're going to go bigger heat shield, actually. Because then I can put more weight on the bottom. I can put some batteries on there. Because I bet this... I seem to remember this has only got... Yeah, 10 electric, which is bad. We definitely need more than that. So, electric. Batteries. And if I put... Let's say 2... I'll give 200. That'll be plenty. Yeah. And it also means we're going to have to do communications. They might. You know what? Let me put the batteries on for the parachute on first, so I know where we're going to be stopping. Let's pick that as up. Now you see, if I put those there, that might blow up. I'm a bit worried about that. So if I stick them on there and I have 4, you know, it might look weird when they're extended, but I don't care. I don't care. Right, so let's just quickly... Yeah. You know what, I don't even have a stack recoupler for something that small yet. So it's a good job I went big. Okay, this is good. It's all according to plan. You know what, I want this to be smaller. Nope, not that one. This one. Anyone? No? Okay, hang on. Try that again. This one, I want this to be smaller. Yep. So, now we want our science package. Ta-da! Now, as I said, this is... Well, I didn't say, but I'm going to now. This is going to be ditched on the way back. I want less weight. Let's come back with us. Or to land, anyway. Because we've only got the little parachute. And that'll be enough for that. He says optimistically. So we put all the science on there? Yes, we have. So let's do the groups before we go any farther. Right, so abort is our science group. Add that. Add that. Add that. Add that. Okay, so that's all of those. Now brakes is going to be our collecting group. And because we want those to extend as well, we're going to put those on lights. Right, so I think, yeah, that should do. So now we want fuel tanks for our craft. Put this one. And a little tiny engine. Okay, so I wonder, oh yeah, if I just plug those in sideways as well. Because then this might fit, if I can pick it up. Hello computer, there you go, right. I may have to adjust this because I've changed the dimensions. Yeah, that's alright actually. Yeah, that's fine, okay. Also, before I forget, we need solar panels. Now these are the worst ones you can get really. I mean, there are these strap-on bigger ones, but none of them are guided. We don't need the extra cost, to be fair, for those. We just need one on each side, so we don't have issue later on. So let's pick this up now. And let's just change it that way. Okay, I think that is going to be Luna 2. I think, oh, I'll tell you what I do need. Control, let's put mech jab on there. Come on mech, tell me. Zoom in. Zoom in. Oh, sometimes this computer. Okay, we only need one of these actually, so let's put one on. Now let's see our delta V, because I'm curious. 4,000, that doesn't seem right. Why does that say that? That should be like 2,000, I think, shouldn't it? I'll just double check that. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, is that why? So that's that engine. I want that to go first. See, that's not changed. That should be better than that. That should be better than that. Okay, well anyway, we'll give this a whirl now, because I think that should be okay. Luna 2. We will get rid of that and save this craft. Yeah, everything else is fine, I believe. So let's get into making some money. 25,000 it cost us. Let's cheap it off the price. See? What's gone up now? Never mind. Anyway. The craft looks good, so this time we're going to have a funky looking launch. So let's turn these on and throttle up. And that was a bit loud. Sorry, my bad. Obviously it's more yeah, when I've unlocked the fuel lines, which are basically fuel pumps, if I keep this launch system, I'll connect these two to the middle one. They're just called fuel lines, but they are in fact fuel pumps. What they will do is, if these are connected to this, these two will drain first, and we can have all three engines on at once. Then these two will pop off, and this one will still have all the fuel. So let's start angling over to the 90. Ah, no, that's my fault, That's because I'm in a weird angle I'm not used to. Yeah, let's stop that actually. Let's stick with the normal angle. I know, it's not as pretty, but it's practical. And I'm nothing even remotely resembling practical. Anyway, come on, Luna 2. It will work. I have faith. It's got to be better than the last missions. And if it does work and we get it back, we're going to have so much science. It'll be great. It'll be really cool. Yeah. Yeah, we might have to fiddle with the craft a bit for Luna 3. Like a better rocket, obviously. But Luna 3, if this works, Luna 3 will be an orbit around Minmus, which, if you didn't know, is out of a moon. Right, I'm just going to stay here until these pop off. In fact, let's just see it from this angle, because I imagine that'll look pretty. Pop. Ooh, they blew up with each other, but that's fine. We don't care. As long as they don't blow up with this map. Right, so let's have a look, see where we are. 25,000 map, and we're in the thinner stuff, so let's start angling more this way. Try and get some more orbital velocity. That is the key. The more orbital velocity you add, the less you have to burn on your last burn to put it into orbit, your orbital burn. But there are drawbacks. If you're still in the atmosphere, you've got drag, so it's less efficient. But this is basically how real rockets work. They angle over. It's, yeah. They are way smarter than me. So that's getting to a place almost. Okay, we broke the atmosphere. We'll take it up to about 80 and we'll stop. Okay, we've still got 800. So let's warp up to here. Just make sure we're not on fire. Yeah, it's all fine. And there's our little launch site. Ooh, bye bye. We'll see you soon. Oh, probably not. Just waiting for it to break the atmosphere. So, excuse me. Here we go. We want to be pointing more this way. Slow that down now. It really does not want to turn at all. Oh, it's minutely turning. It's because I don't have an RCS on here. I know I've turned it on. I don't strictly need to. It's just habit, really. And we want to start burning actually about now. Angle that over. Map. Yeah, I know I've not reached the apoapsis, but I'm above the atmosphere, so it doesn't matter that too much. And because it's a larger burn. Okay, that's going to ditch in a second. That's so pretty. Okay, so that last stage is going to push us. Just angle down a bit because we've gone a bit high. 2,000. Yeah, this should be plenty fuel. Plenty. Okay, so get ready to stop. In orbit. In orbit. Okay. Right, so. Yeah, if you didn't know, this is where Minmus is. This is our other moon. It's a lot smaller than the moon. Lower gravitational. But it is on an incline, if you see. So it's a bit trickier to get to. But anyway, we're not going there on this mission. We're simply going to the moon. Let's set that as a target. That I strictly need to. And aim at it. Just bring that around a tiny bit. Yep. And that's going to intercept over here somewhere. go. Alright, that looks like a free return as well. Yeah, it does. Okay. But we're going into orbit, so it won't be. And what's the periapsis? 300. They're plenty. That'll be fine. Right, so we've chosen that maneuver. I'm just going to turn this on so I can keep an eye on my electricity. Now, I know that we have solar panels, but they're not tracking ones. So one of these have to be pointed at the sun at all times. And things like that can often go wrong quite easily. So what I'm going to do now is warp to about here, which is just before the maneuver node. Now I know you can use the keyboard to speed up and slow down, but if I do that when I'm trying to get to a maneuver, it's very easy to go past the maneuver. The amount of times that's happened is to not just me, that happens to everyone, honestly. And that's going to cancel about now. Okay, right, so that's 55 seconds, so let's get into the position, because we've got a big burn to do. Probably should have done this first, really. Lol. Okay, and we're going to start burning. Ooh. Now. Now I'm burning early because it's a big burn. I know it says 40 seconds, but I'm 20 seconds ahead. I may have burned a bit early, but it doesn't matter. Not too much anyway. As long as I can keep that about there. To the moon, or bust, he says. Slow down the throttle now. So we don't want to overshoot too much anyway. Yeah, see how it's going up super fast now. Yeah, you only really need to a bit more. Close enough, I think. Yeah, let's ditch this. Let's see where it actually puts me. Oh, 11 that. Actually, no, that's not. Well. We'll wait and see. Right, so let's just quickly what was it now? Lights, I think, yeah? Yeah, extend those. Actually, that looks quite cool. I like it like that. And we're just going to warp to out of the dark side of the planet, so we can just make sure that I'm still getting electricity before we go. No, what do you mean go fast? Warp here, 5 minutes. Just so I can make sure I'm still getting electricity, because as I said, it's really easy to not have your spacecraft pointed when it's not tracking, but I obviously am because it's just shot back up. So let's warp around to about here. 2 hours. Ooh, that's made me stop. Okay, something bad happened then. I think we need to add more thrust. Let's just double check this actually. If I put a maneuver node there and go like this, is that going to increase? No, it's not. Ah. What if I go like this? Yeah, that'll do. That will do. Right, so where is that? Over there. 46. We still got loads of fuel. Not the most efficient way of doing this, but doesn't matter. Right, so we just want to put a tiny bit of fuel into that, throttle into that. So is that increasing or not? I can't tell. Increasing, yes, we don't want it to increase. We want that smaller, if anything. But that will do, as long as we get into the gravitational pull, which is what this is. That's what we need to do. So let's just warp over to here. Keep an eye on the electric, just to make, because I've changed the position now. I'll be so glad when I've got tracking solar panels. Or even nuclear stuff. Yes, by the way, that's one of the mods I've put in. We're going to have nuclear powered stuff later. Which makes things fun. Right, so I'll just quickly fast forward that till we get into the influence. Okay, right now, where does that put us? Pretty far out. But that's okay, we don't really need to mess with that too much. So if I add a maneuver here at the periapsis, and we want to slow down here, so we get into orbit. There we go. We don't even need to be a perfect orbit, just an orbit, and that's good enough to complete that mission. Right now, I'm also going to do the science here really high above the moon, because I want to do science around the moon later, because there's like high lunar orbit and lower lunar orbit where you can get science from. I want to do the higher one first, so let's do the abort. And we're not going to transmit because we're trying to take it home. So we're going to keep, look how much that is. Yummy. We're going to take all of this, hopefully. I'll save all of that, and then we will put that in the box, which was, what was it again? Brakes, yes? Yeah. Put that all in there. Brilliant. So that's basically that part of the mission complete. Now, I need to angle that at where our maneuver's going to be in an hour. Not that we're going to wait that long. And our map, let's just warp to here. And let's just warp a bit closer actually. Oh, you see that went past. Doesn't really matter too much, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie, because this isn't an important orbit. It's not gonna rendezvous with anything. Nothing else is gonna rendezvous. So, like I said, it doesn't matter if it's a squiff like this is. So let's just turn the engines up. We don't want them on full because it's only a small burn. Lunar orbit is very easy to get into. Uses very little fuel. Oh, careful. I'll slow down a bit. And we can stop right there actually, because it's just done. Okay. The less we put in, to be honest, the less we have to use to get out. I know it's a weird shape, but it will do. Right, so that's done. Our stable orbit has been achieved. Yes, thank you. Money, yummy. Explore the moon. Yes, that's that contract. Yummy. And world's first entered orbit. Money, thank you. And we've already taken the science, so that's great. Now, let me see. We're going to be doing a maneuver over here to get back. Let's just warp over here first, because the moon's pretty. And we want to see it. Where we're going to be landing. That first moon lunar probe, even what lands, because it will be a lunar probe, what lands first rather than a person, will probably just land anywhere. And the majority of the moon is called the Midlands. Each one of these, like, there's different biomes, like different craters of different biomes, highlands, lowlands, but the most of it is Midlands, I think, if I remember right. Excuse me. Right, so we need to make another burn now to return to Kerbal. Now I think, if I remember right, it's on this side of the planet. You need to add it. If you add it on the other side, yeah, okay. If you add it on the other side, you be flung out. Oh no. Okay, let's move this around a bit. Maybe about there. Add some. About 200 should do. And we want it to just skim the top of the atmosphere, if I'm honest. We'll probably have enough fuel. Is that going down, or have I put this in the wrong place? Yeah, that's okay. We should have enough fuel to slow us down a lot before we get there. But that, as you can see, that's going into the atmosphere. So the drag of the atmosphere will slow us down, which will get this all the way down, rather than us having to go there and do a slow down burn to get that down. It decreases our speed, basically. So yes, I'm happy with where that is. Let's click on this. And we're going to warp around to there. 5 hours. Close that. Pretty moon. Yeah, I think I've had to put more in because of the angle of our orbit. It's a bit wobbly, a bit strange. If you do trying to break out of a polar orbit, for instance, it's a nightmare to do that. It's easier to just like change your inclination, which is your angle. Change that back to 0 before you try and do this maneuver. Warp here. I might even do this a bit earlier, actually. Yeah, if I don't burn as much as it says, yeah, I think I'm going to try that route. Right, so let's move over yonder. Nodes in a minute. It says estimated 9 seconds. It's not going to be, well, you can't always trust these estimations. Let's just warp there. Okay, and let's start burning. We're also going to zoom out a bit and slow that thrust down. I want to see where we're going. And we're going to cut it about there. Okay. Close enough. It's quite a steep angle to come back in, but it'll do. Let's warp to there. And, sorry, my bad. Let's say goodbye to the moon. Bye bye, moon. We will be back soon. Where's it gone already? Okay. Zoom up a little bit. Now, I'm going to warp to about there. Now, as you see, the orbital speed's going faster the closer we get to a gravity well, which is basically how you do gravity assists. Obviously, this is going to work because we're going into the orbit, into the atmosphere, which is going to create drag, which is going to slow us down. But the faster we go in, the more drag, the more risk there is. That's 10,000. This is going to... I don't know if I want to do it in one pass. It's an untested spacecraft, to be honest. I'm a bit worried. Let's try and map. I want us to go into... Let's see, where is the planet? Lol. There he is. Okay. Right, so I definitely want us to be facing this way. Somewhere around here? There it is. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Yeah, I can't wait to get a decent SAS system on these crafts. Decent RCS, sorry, reaction control systems. Okay, so that's about there. Now do I want to... Yes, I think I'm gonna... What was it? Lights. Yeah, we'll put the antenna in. It was lights, wasn't it? I think. Yes, they've gone back in there. Map. It's just on the light side there. That's going to be... probably going to be breaking about there. It's that I'm worried about. Right, now, do I want to start burning? I think I do, you know, because I'm not going to change my periapsis much. And if I can bleed more speed off now, because we're going 3,000, that'll make me feel better about... See, that's barely touching that. But it's making that one come down by spades. Right, exit, because I don't want too steep of an angle going in. That'll be plenty. That will actually land in the first pass, even though it says it doesn't. That's enough with the drag to make it go down. So let's ditch this stage now. Just make sure I did do that. Yes, I did collect it. Yes. I forget. I want to double check before I do anything. Yes, it has stored data. Okay, so let's ditch this stage. Keep an eye on the electric. Oh no, we don't need to because I put the batteries on there like a clever boy. Make sure that's about there, and let's speed up until we hit drag. Okay, now slow down because this is important. I'm also going to try and write it because it's going to make it easier for me. Yeah. I'm glad I had opted for the big heat shield rather than the smaller one. Oh, that explosion was the thermal? The science package? Yeah, what we just got rid of, because we are coming in still pretty fast. Bleed that speed, man. Bleed it. Get rid of it. We don't want it. It's right at the edge of the nerve. And I don't want to touch it too much, because if I do, it's going to start wobbling all over the place. Yeah, lots of explosions. That other stage did not survive very long. But it was coming in at 3,000 miles an hour, so not 3,000 meters a second, which is coming fast. Right, so it's just changed over to surface, which means we are definitely coming down in this one. If I go to maps, see, yeah. We go back to here. Okay, I think this is okay. And granted, we're landing on the night side, so you guys can't see very much again. Look, that's the debris. Here we go. Now we're... Yes, this has worked out okay. I don't want to hedge our bets, guys, but I think we've had a successful mission for a change. Woohoo! You can do it! Yeah, we got loads left. That's taken a chunk out of... Okay, that's fine, that's fine. See, that's taken more than... Yeah. The Soyuz capsule obviously wouldn't be good enough for that, because it only carries 20. And now we're already going slow enough. This is great. I love it. Right, so let's fast forward to a decent altitude. Okay, and now we turn these off. We don't need them anymore. And pop our chute. Ooh, something else. As long as it's not this one, I don't care. So we just fast forward till we get to about where the chute's going to pop. Yeah, friendly hint, don't being warp when your chute opens, because sometimes it rips straight off. Well, bad things happen when you're in warp. Or can do. Yeah, that's cool. This is good. Where are we going to land? No idea. There we go. And our surface speed is going to be... Yeah, that's lovely. That's lovely. Let's speed up. I'm not quite sure how high the land is here because I haven't got stuff to take readings with. But that's going to be lovely. Look for shadows. Oh no, there's no shadows because we're in the dark side. Oh, it's pretty sky. Look at the pretty sky. Ooh. It's not a mountain, is it? More of a hill. It's a hillock. Okay, stay still. It's because I'm in fast forward mode, that's why. So let's just slow down a sec so I can get us a decent look. Okay, we're almost there now. Slow down a bit more. Yeah, we're right there. I know it might be hard for you guys to see, but trust me, we're about to land. Yay, touchdown! Crowd goes wild. Right, so that will be, we have returned home from a flyby of the moon. We have returned home from an orbit of the moon. Monies, we like monies. We'll take that, and we will recover and check out this lovely science we just got. Okay, look how much, yummy, yum, 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 yum. We like that, thank you. We will take all of that. And we got all that monies, look, yummy. We'll take that to, how much is it to upgrade this? We can't afford that now. It doesn't give us much spare, 60 grand. Okay, so we'll do that soon, but not yet. But we will spend this, and we definitely want this, because we want struts, please. What are these? Decouplers, stability, blah blah blah. Definitely want that. And do I want the fuel tanks or the engines? Fuel tanks, I think, because that comes over our fuel duct or our fuel pipes. And it also comes with these, which is something I've been coveting for a long time. What else can we have? Docking ports, miniature ones. We don't need those quite yet. Our first rover wheels. Yeah, if we had the rover wheels, for instance, we could go and spam every one of those buildings, you know, like I did in the last episode, where I can go and take science. We could build a rover with all the science on. I could just drive around each one and take all the science. It's a good way to spam. But I don't think so. What's this? Maneuver and transition. That would be very useful. That would make my life easier. Plus, we get the Mark II command pod. RCS, and that's the Freeman one, isn't it? Interesting. But yes, I want to stay away from source for a bit. I want a lander cam. Oof. That's tempting, to be honest. Landing legs, better parachutes, better heat shields. Also tempting. Don't need that yet. Oh, I'm going to leave this branch, I think. We'll be doing it later. I don't think I'm going to be doing very much aircrafts. Stronger struts. What are these? Oh yeah, burning, separating nose cones. I'm not sure what mod that's from, but they're from one of them. That comes with a load of goodies and decent decouplers. Ooh. Air shells. Right, I think that's... Yeah. I think that's where I've had issues with fairings before. I've used one of these Airstream protective shells rather than a normal fairing. And when you pop those, it just takes the bit off the top, not the bottom, so it's still connected. Miniature propulsion. They're useful, but... Ooh, I've not seen that one before either. What's that from? I don't know. That's definitely out of a mod, I think. Maneuvering orbital engine. What does that give me? 14 kilonewtons in a vacuum. That's not very much. Right, it runs a monopropellant. That's your RCS fuel. Well, that's quite good for an RCS, actually. That's quite pokey. That we can use that on large ships to move around. Interesting. Well, these are the next stage engines. These are the bigger engines. These are the Mark II stuff. At the moment, we're still on the Mark 1, the size, the 1 meter stuff. This is the 2.5 meter stuff. We obviously will be needing them, but I don't think we're going to do them now. So what I'm going to buy, before I change my mind, is these fuel tanks. And then next episode, I'm going to build us the R7, finally. Yay! Okay, so that was a successful mission. Finally! Next episode, I think maybe another one of these probes, actually. Yeah, another lunar mission, I think. But we'll go to Minmus this time. Just do another orbit. Well, actually, you know what? Before I call the episode, let's see what missions they're offering us. Explore the moon. Land on the moon. Return to service. Yeah, we're going to accept it, but that's definitely not going to be our next mission. We're a bit away from that. We're not going to do any rescue missions either. I might do them later on, these rescue missions, because it's a cheap way of getting astronauts. But at the moment, we don't really have the stuff to do it. So explore the moon. Yeah, okay. So I think next mission, I'm just going to do one off the books, what I don't get paid for, but I will get a bunch of science for. So yeah. Yeah, another lunar mission. Lunar free. As contract complete. Thank you. Money's all good. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, and take it easy.